Yep. So, hello everyone, good morning and good evening. So, so last class we have actually discussed about what is props and what is states, and we discussed with props concept with class and functional components, and state we discuss only with the class component because state concept comes under the React hooks concept of functional components. Okay, I think that makes clear, and we have discussed up to there, and we also discussed the React expression then. And today's class is very important. Okay, and today we are going to discuss the concept called uh, events binding. Let me open a notepad. Okay, yeah. So today we'll see React with events binding. So how to make the events, how to just like a regular JavaScript events, how to do that type of event handling in React JS, and how to manage the state for each event. So let's start with here. I have opened my web storm. Here I have the old project, I mean, which we have done the last class. So I don't want to do any modification here. I want to make it from the scratch. For this example, I have taken a backup of this. So I remove this components folder. Let's keep it original application, the default one. So let me delete the cards and all. I think let me delete this imports. Yes. Okay, fine. So now it's ready, and I want React with uh, events binding. Okay, events binding. Okay. So this is done. Let's start the server now. Okay. So how to start server? npm start. Okay, it will start the development server and also opens the browser automatically. So let's wait for this. Yeah, and going forward from now onwards, everything class-based component. Okay, for this module. Come on, this is Angular. Okay, this is also Angular. Let's close it. Come on. Okay. So we got this. Now let's do one thing. So I want to create a new component to make an explanation of the state changes with events. So I will create a new component. Go to src, create new directory called components. In this, I create a new component that's called, let's create one JavaScript. So new JavaScript file, something called wish message. I think always wish message. Okay, let's keep it empty. Yes, enter. Okay, and let's make the setup class based. So import React and React from React, and let's make a class wish message extends React dot component, capital components. We need one constructor and one render method. So con tab and ren tab. Okay, let's make some h2. Welcome to wish message. Come to wish message and then export default. Oh, I'm doing something. Export default wish message. Okay, this is the default structure of your uh, class-based components of React. And now let's add that to app.js to the root component so that we can see the design and the look and feel of this. I mean the data of this on the screen. Now check. You got the default message. Welcome to wish message from this component. Okay, so this part I already discussed this. Done. Now, what is my plan is I want to have some state, some data specific to this component, and I want to modify the state based on certain events. Okay. So for example, I will take a state. So generally we discussed the state concept yesterday. So state is a sense, a data which maintains for a particular component. Okay, that's a state. So let's create a stage. How you create a stage? This dot state is equal to an object. State always will be an object. Inside you can take anything. Okay. Inside, what I wanted is I want to take some message, hello. Okay, just very basic message with data is hello. What's my plan is I wanted to display this data here. Okay, how you do that? Just make it what expression, React expression. So this dot state dot message, not name. This dot state dot message. So I am just creating the state variable called message in the h2. So I got it here. 1 second, I got a call. One minute. Yeah. Sorry, I have some other people to join, but I have given some wrong links, so they're calling me. So yeah. Okay. So where we are? Okay. So we have a state message hello, and I just display the message hello here. Done. Now what's my plan is I want to create a button here. Okay. I would just want to make a simple button. When I click on the button, I want to change this message to something else. Okay, so I want to change this hello to good morning. So to change the hello to good morning, first you have to see how this message is coming. This message hello is coming from the state. So what's my plan is when I click on the button, I want to change this state message to something else. Okay, so let's see how to do that. I will make a simple button with the class just btn minus some success btn minus sm. So a bootstrap button, let's say good morning. Okay, so I have a button, so let's check. Yeah, hello message, and we have a button called good morning. Okay, so whenever I click on this good morning, I want to change this message. So how to make the click event on the button? Generally in JavaScript, how you make the events is if you have any button tag like this. Okay, how you make the click event? You will write on click is equal to one function you will call, right? Same story even for React.js also. And but thing is, this is not HTML, it is JSX. So in JSX, class will be the class name. Same like that in the way of handling the events also, this on click, but make sure this is capital. Okay, only this is the difference. This will be for your HTML, I mean, that's the HTML code, and this will be your JSX of React. Okay, only small differences here, lowercase c, here uppercase c. Even on click, on blur, everything. This will be like camel case. Okay, so let's do that click event and let's create a function for that. Okay, here on click, see, you're getting this React symbol because it's a React specific. Okay, on click is equal to, you have to call a function. So let's create a method or function because it's a class. You have to call it as a method. Let's say updates. Uh, okay, updates. message. Let's make it arrow. Okay, arrow function here. Now on click is equal to, I'm gonna call update message, this dot update message. This is the sense the it's a class, so you must have to say this dot function name. Okay, so it means whenever I click on this particular button, this is gonna call this dot update message. And moreover, when you are writing the HTML, generally what you write here, something called update. Let's convert this like HTML. You understand more clearly. Yeah, update message. You will call like this. Okay, in HTML. But in here, okay, we are just writing only update message. We are not doing any parentheses like this. Okay, always remember in Java, in React.js, you never write parentheses for any event. I'll just come to that point in a moment, but please observe here we'll make the brackets. Here we'll never make the brackets. We just only mention the name of the function. Okay, so let's start. So here I just mentioned the name, but why I use this keyword is because it's a class. If it is a functional, okay, only just mention the function name. Okay, fine, because it's a method, so you just have to use this keyword. So on click this dot update message. So this will go to here. If you want this link like that, just press the control key and just click on this one. Okay, it go to the wherever the message is there. Okay, and there's a shortcut, just press the control and click on this. It will go there. It just locates where it is. Fine, so inside I just write some alerts. Just say button is clicked. Button is clicked. Okay, so let's see. Now we have it. Now check, whenever I click on this button, I got the alert button is clicked. Okay, fine. Now I don't want actually to get the alert, right? I wanted to change this message. Okay, the message I'm displaying here, that's hello. But when I click on this, I want to change the message. Can you tell me how to change it? This is like an object, right? This dot state dot message, you can access the value. You want to change it, what you do, this dot state dot message is equal to something, I say good morning. Okay, so message was hello, it was display hello. When I click on this button is changing the state variable called message to good morning. If I can change this message to good morning and I'm reading this here, so automatically good morning will display in the place of here. So let's check. um, when I click on this, it's not changing. So when I click on the button, it's not changing. Yes, of course, this is not the real way of changing it. I will tell you why. Let's check the console window because it's not changed. We expect that it will change to good morning, but not done. Sir, why? Yeah, I tell you. When you go to console, you get something. When I go to console, you get the warning. What is a warning is line number 12 in the wish message.js. Where is that? Exactly line number 12 of wish message.js. Do not mutate the state directly. Use state function. Okay, so what is the warning they're saying is the state, what is there is this is not just a regular function, or sorry, it's not just a regular object. It is something special. Okay, so its name is state and something special, and we cannot change that directly just like an object. Okay, so you want to change that state variable, you don't need to do just like an object. You have to use a separate function called set state. Okay, you have to call the set state to change it. Okay, so how to change using set state is not just like this. You have to do this dot set state. Okay, this is the function which will update the states. Okay, so you just have to provide the data. Assume this object will be your state. Okay, so what you want to change the message because it's having the message property with the value good morning. Okay, so this is to declare the state, this is to modify the state. How to modify the state is you must have to use a function called this dot set state, and this is predefined, you have to use set state only. Okay, and message good morning, this is how you change. So what are the property, its value you want to update like this. Okay, now save it. If you modify, automatically it will display on the screen. So now check, whenever I click on the see the console log as well, when I have a message hello, when I click on good morning, see I got good morning has changed, I didn't get any warning now. Okay, so now we understood how to make an event, I mean how to make events binding for a click event or any other events like this only. You just have to mention the event name and the function name. Okay, and never make the brackets, I'll tell you why in a moment. So this dot update message, so here if you wanted to deal with, if you don't want to deal with the message, I mean state, you can do whatever you want inside. But if you wanted to change the state data, you must have to use the set state function, and inside what are the property you want to change, you can do it. This is like this whole object as a parameter, you pass it to the set state, indicates the whole state. Okay, so it is like this. Fine. And now sir, why we must not do the brackets here, sir? If we do the brackets, soon what happen, let's see here. When I refresh, when application loads for the first time, okay, so what is the state data, message is hello, I got this hello. And let me open a console window as well, and I will make some console log inside. Console.log of I am from update message. Okay, this is very important. I'm just making console log, I am from update message. Okay, I'm just keeping as it is, I'm not made brackets now. Okay, I just made only console log. Now check, console.log has not console.log has not executed, because when the console log will execute, when you call this function, when the function gets called, when you click on the button. So when I click on the button, that moment you get the console.log, and it also update the state. Just see the flow once. When I click on the button, see first time our application loads, nothing has come. When I click on the button, that time it's called I am from update message, because it's gone to this function and it update the message. Okay, so it
Naveen,
perfectly works.
like in normal JavaScript, we will pass parameter values, but how we will send this
Wait, wait,
in?
wait, wait. I'll come to that. I'll come to that.
Okay.
Yeah. So I got message. Fine. Now, what I do is, so when I click on the button, then only I got this message, right? Okay. So just like regular JavaScript, how we do is, let's make function call. Okay. So now let's see, if you write this parameter, what happens? Go back. See, as soon as I refresh, what happened? Something went wrong. On click this dot update message, it's make this, oh it's keep doing it. See what happened, you got a lot of errors, it's keep calling it. See, I am from update message, I am from update message, it's made infinite calls to that. Okay, and it just stops in between, maximum updates exceeds. Okay, so I tell you what is the problem is, if you don't mention the parenthesis, then this function only executes whenever the event is triggered. Okay, but if you make a parenthesis, it doesn't care about the events, it automatically executes this whenever an application loads, and that too infinite number of times, keep calling it, because it doesn't hook with any event. Okay, so it just keep calling it. Okay, so that's why never ever make the parenthesis. Okay, if you don't make the parenthesis, then when the click happens, then only it executes the function, and then only you will receive the outputs. This is the proper way. Okay, so as you ask me, sir, then how to provide the data? Because if we just mention the name of the function, it just call the function like this. Fine, so I want to provide some data to this. Okay, how I provide some data here is, it's a different way. So let's do another button to provide data. Okay, I don't want to mess up this. I want to create another button to send some data for this function parameter. Okay, so let's do one thing. I will make another way. It's button with the class call btn minus. Bro, please don't try on my system. Okay, okay, just watch. Okay, warning and btn minus sm. Okay, so good afternoon. Okay, so good afternoon. Yeah, I have a button. Now, what's my plan? When I click on good afternoon, I want to change this to good afternoon, but it's in a different way. What is that is, just say good afternoon is equal to one function. Okay, here I don't want to add the static good morning just like this. I will get the value from the parameter. Whatever the value received from the parameter, that I will update here. Okay, not just static like this. I want to update whatever I receive. Okay, so let's make the value here. Okay, so it means whatever you pass from here, that I'll update here. Okay, then how to pass this parameter without parentheses then? Yes, we can pass it in a different way. It is like this. On click is equal to this dot say good afternoon. Here, you're not supposed to do like this, right? Okay, so if you wanted to pass parameter, you can do like this. Good afternoon dot bind. There's a function called bind. Here, this keyword, comma, your data. I say um, good afternoon. Okay, if you wanted to pass on some value, you can do like this. Your function name dot bind, you have to bind this keyword because in the arrow function, this keyword refers to the global. So you must have to pass on this keyword because this is the React way. So this keyword you have to pass and this function. And don't worry, sir, you're passing two parameters here, only one. You know what? While binding this keyword, just ignore this. You can count from this parameter. So this indicates your value. Sir, what about you have two parameters? Then this is the first parameter and next will be the second parameter. Okay, that's how you have to pass. Okay, so you can do like this. And now check, you didn't have any errors, no function calls because even though you made the parentheses. Okay, now check when I click on the good afternoon, it updates to good afternoon and no errors also. Okay, so if you don't want to pass any parameter, you can just mention the name. But if you want to pass a parameter, you have to just dot bind of this keyword, comma, you have to provide the parameter value and that will take up and update the message. And how do you update the state is using set state, the predefined function. Okay, so this how you will make the bindings. Understood? Okay, and let's make another example, just like the same thing, but I want to make some nice card and this three buttons, and I want to customize these button colors. Okay, so let's make another component freshly. We just discussed the concept here, right? Let's make an example with that. Okay, so what I do is in the components, I create another component, new JavaScript. Let's make something called greeting greeting message. Okay, something greeting message. So here I will make import react from react. Let's make a class. What is that class? Greeting extends react dot components. Someone is chatting. 1 minute. Send the parameter. Okay, okay, I got it. Yeah. So con tab and then ren tab. Okay, so let's make some h2 default greeting greeting and some export default greeting message. Okay, so I have made a design. Okay, you can just copy paste this from the previous, but I have done from the scratch. Yeah. Now what I do, I just comment out this. How to comment is very simple. Just select this line, Control Shift 2, forward slash. Okay, and if you want to uncomment, select the same thing, control shift forward slash. Okay, like this. Okay, I don't want this now. Let's make a greeting message, just slash like this. So if you add this greeting message, you get the empty greeting. Now what's my plan is, you got some wish message is defined but not used. Yes, of course, I have defined but not used. I have commented. Just forget about this. Okay, now here greeting, greeting message. Yeah, let's make some nice design, some card, and let's make some same example. I will do one card, card body, card hyphen body tab. Okay, in this, I want to display some data. So let's make p.h3 some message. What is the messages that's come from the state? So for example, this dot state is equal to I have an object. In that same message I have with hello. Okay, like this. Now I will display the data. So this dot state dot message. Okay, so whatever is there in the state I'm reading and displaying here. Fine. And now let's make some margin for the card. Okay, fine. Now along with this, I want to take three buttons. Okay, so just like previous, I want to take three buttons. Button with the class btn minus success and btn minus sm, and let's take good morning. Okay, so like this I have two other buttons, so btn minus warning and btn minus danger. Three buttons, and this is for good morning, and this is for good afternoon, and this is for good evening. Okay, so three buttons are there. Yeah. Now what's my plan is, when I click on the each button, I want to display this message as per the button click. You can do two ways. Either you do statical update here, or else you pass the data through the function and you can update here. Okay, so you can do both the ways. Okay, but before that, I don't like these buttons. I want to make some dual color buttons. Okay, to make the dual color, you can do like this: btn success, right? You can go to the app.css here. While landing wrapper, we don't want, delete. Okay, and navbar we don't want. We are not using that navbar. Okay, no change. Yeah, I'm writing like this: dot btn hyphen success. So I write background linear gradients 45 degrees, comma black, comma lime green. So I want something, yeah, like this. Okay, dual color. So I have styles for this. So let me grab those styles and keep it here, just like button success, button warning. I don't want to waste my time in writing this. Just like every class name, you have to give different combination of colors. Okay, I think I have somewhere in my bootstrap folder css style.css. Yeah, like this button primary success event and all. Yeah, grab them, copy, go to here and paste. So button and background also changes. Okay, if you write this, okay, customized bootstrap classes with my own color combination, so you get some like this. Okay, looks good. Now let's try the state. Just forget about styles now. Now change the state. When I click on the button, I want to change to good morning. So I want three effects are there. I mean, three events are there. For each event, let's create a different function. So let me create a function. So one function is say good morning. So let's say good morning is equal to one function. Inside, I want to update the state. How to update the state is this dot set state, and you need to provide an object inside. The message will be this. I'm doing the first approach. Good morning. Okay, it will update the message to good morning. So just like this, I wanted one more. This is for good afternoon, and this function name is good afternoon, and this will be the good afternoon. Let's paste it. This will be the good evening. This function will be the good evening. This update the message to the good evening. Okay, so you have three functions. Let's call them. How to call them? Let's make onClick. OnClick is equal to this dot say good morning. This name. Okay, because I'm not taking any parameter, so this name. Here onClick. On click this dot say good afternoon, and also here onClick this dot say good evening. Okay, that's it. So this is called event handling, event binding, and this will modify the state using set state. Now check. And state I'm reading here, so data will update here. Now check. So good morning, good afternoon, good evening, like this. Okay. So we can able to get this. And yeah, and some people are chatting again. We can't see full screen. Why? Wait. Let me stop share. Share screen. Now? Yeah, okay, fine. Okay, fine. I don't know. Yeah. So, okay. So, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. You can do this one approach, or else, or else, the second approach, how you do. First approach is what? Is calling a function and that will update the static. This is the first approach. Second approach is what? You have to provide the parameter that will update. Okay, so let's do one thing. Same example in a second approach. Okay, the same example, same card, same buttons. Second approach is what? I don't want to create these many functions. Okay, because I just wanted to update the state with some message, right? So why you want to create these many functions? I just create one general function that will update the state of what you receive from there. Correct? Okay. So I don't want to create now in the next example, in the next components, not three like this. Only one will change the state with different parameter. Whatever the parameter you pass, if you pass good morning, I'll update good morning. If you pass good afternoon, I'll update good afternoon. So let's make that second approach here. Same kind of setup. Okay. So let's do one thing. I will, yeah, I'll just create new components, new JavaScript greeting message. So let's say greeting message to. Okay, something. I know I just given some weird name. Okay, just keep it weird name. Okay, import React from React. Oh, okay, but I don't want to write again. Waste of time now. Do one thing. Copy everything from here. Paste it here. We'll just do required modifications. Okay. This is what to. So export to. Okay. So let's attach this to the app below this grid 2. Okay, this will be the second approach. In second approach, I don't want to make these many functions. Okay, delete all the functions. Okay, and if you don't have function, then don't supposed to call like that because we don't have anything. Okay, now we have it. Now check, is it okay? Okay, you got the same setup. Yeah. Now what I want is I want to create only one function, that is update message, some function name, general name. So update message is equal to function. So here what it does is whatever the value you pass it, that value update. How to update this? This dot set state here an object that indicates your real object here status. I want to update what message with my value. If you pass good morning, I'll update good morning. If you pass good evening, I'll update good evening. Okay, so only one function. So how to call this function then? Here, let's say on click is equal to this dot update message, but you want to pass the parameter, you have to bind this keyword, most important. So dot bind of this keyword comma what you want to provide the value will be this one. I want to provide, when you click on good morning, I want to provide good morning as a value. Okay, if you provide good morning as a value, that will take it, update the message, and that's I'm displaying here. So you get, when I click on refresh once, I think it will refresh automatically. Click on this, you got it. And good afternoon is not made. Let's make same story. Copy this and paste it here and paste it here. Okay, this will be the good afternoon. Okay, this will be the good evening. Okay, fine. That's it. And this will take it the logic. See, I'm calling only one function for all with a different message. Yeah. Let's check. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Okay, so this is the first approach of event handling, and this is second approach of event handling. Fine. Now I hope now you understand. But thing is, this is just very basic one, right? So let's talk with real-time example. Okay, sir, what is real-time example with the events? Okay, so I have a plan. Generally, in the shopping cart, because we do the same example in shopping cart website also. There, you will have some product list. Okay, for example, I will make a diagram. You will have a table. You will have a table of contents. In this, you have some table heading, and here you will be having the product information like this. Some product information will be there here, and you will have multiple columns. Here one column, here one column, like that. Okay. So here product name, product sorry, serial number, product name, price, quantity. Yeah. For quantity, we have two buttons will be there. Okay. So one is the plus symbol. I think, do we have any symbols here? I don't think so. Okay. You have one minus symbol and one plus symbol. Okay. And the quantity will be displaying here 0. Okay, so when I click on the plus symbol, quantity will keep increase and total also will increase. When you click on the minus symbol, quantity will reduce and the price also, I mean total also will reduce. Okay, so let's make this real example for the products information. Okay, so here you really understand what is the event handling. Okay, so now let's start with this part, but I'm not making the complete table because we have not discussed how to display the array in a table format. That's a structural directives concept. So I just take only one object to display data like a table format, just only one element in the row. Okay, so let's create a separate component for this. It's just a separate concept, so separate components. So close all this. Go to app. Let me comment these guys also. Comment this, comment this. If you comment everything, nothing will display on the screen. Okay, perfect. Okay, let's create new components. Components, right click, new, JavaScript. What is the name? Name, product item. Product item. Okay. Setup, this is time consuming process. React. Okay, so class product item extends react dot component capital. Okay, con tab, ren tab. Okay, let's say h something just to display what it is. So product item, let's make export default product item. Okay, structure ready. Okay, if you want, you can take a structure in some notepad or something, and whenever you want structure, you can copy paste. Okay, that's better. Okay, time waste. Yeah, done. Structure ready. Let's add that to app. So I'm just adding that now. What is that? Product item. Okay, so product item. So I got this default message product item because I made only h3. Yeah. Now here I wanted to design like this format, one table and the product details. So this details will be the state object. because which contain multiple fields, no, number, name, price, and all. So let's make this an object. So okay, I do one thing. First, I create one container, one row. In this, I'll take one column. In that, I'll just take one table. Okay. So table with, let's start with a bootstrap table. Class name, table. Okay, and table hover, table lighter. What else? Table striped, and then text center. Okay. T head, table row. I want some fields like what are people chatting? Can you tell me the meaning of super props? Yeah, don't ask me the same question, dude. I explained this in yesterday's video. Please check that. I told, please. You know what? You keep going to the next level. Don't ask me the regular. I have explained right yesterday. Super means it executes the parent class constructor with this one, just regular oops concept. It called the parent class constructor because when the child is created, before the child, the parent has parent class object should be constructed. That's a super. Okay, I have explained this in a last class. Please check. Okay, so yeah. Okay, I think you are not joined yesterday's class. Okay, so table. Then where is my table? Bro, table. Oh, table is made no data. Okay. Table header. I want serial number. I want the product name. Product name. Okay, product. What will be that? Product name. Product quantity. Product price. Why product? Product. Directly price. No. Okay, product total. Okay, let's check. Okay, fine. And let's make some little margin top 3. And here let's give some little classes. BG dark text to white. Yeah, looks good. Okay. If you don't want dark, you can go for BG primary color. Okay. So this is your table, but table should contain some data. So let me grab some data. Okay, how to get the data? Let's create the data in a state. So this dot state is equal to an object. In that, I will take one product. You need to take the products array, but I'm just taking an object. Okay. So product, in the product, what I want the serial number, just 100 or 101 something. And the name, what is the name? Name is something called Apple Watch. Apple is costly. Let's take Samsung Watch. Okay. And what is there? Quantity, price, and total. So quantity, some 2, and the price, some 550 rupees. Okay. Total, don't make it because total always gets changed based on the quantity and price. So never make the total in the object. Okay. So I have data. So let me read this data and display in this table, just like in the table body. How to read? Simple. This dot state dot product dot serial number, like that. Okay. So let's go to T body in the table row. First table data. So this will be the serial number. So you go to React expression. So this dot state dot product dot, where is product? Not there. It's not showing. Product dot serial number. Okay. So you get serial number 101. Yeah. But I want little bold text. Bold. Bold means go to app.css. Yeah. Let's write dot table. Table t body, table row, table data, font weight, bold. Okay. That's normal CSS. Yeah, I get some bold text. Yeah, looks good. And product name and all. You can make image also. Can we get the image? Okay. That looks good actually. Okay, something called Samsung watch, smartwatch. Okay, go to images, grab one, grab one. Which one? Anything. Let's grab this. Okay, small one. Yep. Copy this. Copy the image address because we don't have a local image. So just grab the address. So I keep here. Address is where here. So name image will take. Image will be this one. So large image, comma. So you have image as well. So let's display image as well. So here another th. No, first image and then name. Product image. Okay, and then let's check image. I want to display image. So how? So here first serial number. Second will be image. So table data image. How to display image? img tag src should be automatic from the state. This dot state dot product dot image. Okay, and but this will display I think large image. Oh, very large image. Let's make our own width and height. That's pretty good. Width some 50 and so height some 50. That's better. Okay, so we will. Okay, smaller, very small. Fine. That doesn't matter for us. Matter is events. Okay, keep it. Yeah, name is td. Let's make the name. This dot state dot product dot name. Let's make for all. This is qty quantity. This will be the price. Okay, you get the okay name, quantity, price. But what about the total? Total will be what? What is mean by total? Total is quantity into price will be the total, right? So can we make this expression, right? This is the expression only, na? So here we'll do quantity into the price. I'll make like this. Okay. So quantity into price. So whatever quantity you update, total also will get updates 1100. If you don't want to write in this type of expression, better you create one function. Okay, for example, you have you can just create get total function. In that you can do it and then call it. Okay, but this is a very simpler expression, so never make a function for that. Okay, so we have display, but I want for quantity two symbols plus symbol minus symbol. One more thing for symbols we need to use font awesome. Font awesome. Let me yeah font. I'll tell you. We need to add font awesome icons. So font awesome. You can use many things. You can use font awesome. You can use material icons. Okay. For font awesome, you have to install a separate package, and then you have to add it. So instead, I'll give you direct. I think CSS I have. I'll give that. Yeah, font awesome I have it. Let me grab that. So this extra CSS required to add icons. So let me add the CSS somewhere in my bootstrap folder. Paste it. Okay. So let me add the CSS to the where we have added CSS to. We have added CSS to index.js. Yeah, here I'll add import from src dot slash bootstrap folder slash css slash font awesome.css. You need to add, and also you need to add this to index. Yeah, one more link you need to add. That is online font awesome link. This one. So this is to get the icons. Copy this. So online link you must have to add to the index.js or index.html. Mm, public folder index.html. Let's go somewhere here. I don't want these comments. Not required. Comments not required. Let's delete them. Yeah, let's write link tag, tab, paste. Yeah, I tell you what I have done, why it is required. Okay, see here. Actually, if you wanted to add icons, if you want to display icons, you must need to add this link. Okay, so this link is to add icons. Okay, font awesome link you need to add for icons. Okay, fine. Then why we have added this from local? Because if you add any file from the local, you will get the automated classes, because if you want to add one icon you have to write one class name. Okay, just like for bootstrap, if you are doing this, right? So suppose you have done something called table, one table tag. If you give the class, see, if you do control space, you're getting all the automated classes. I mean, the all the classes of bootstrap coming automatically, you don't need to memorize them. Okay, so just like that, what is the thing with WebStorm is, if you have a file in local, then all the class will come automatically. So just to get the classes automatically, for my font awesome classes I want to get automatically, that's the reason why I have added local file. Okay, why online file is to display the real icon. Okay, to get the classes local. Okay, don't worry, I have kept in my bootstrap folder. I'll share the sassy folder so that you will get. Okay, that's the configuration. And yeah, so let's add icon where quantity. Let me cut this. Yeah, before quantity, icon like this, I tag with the class. See, fa font awesome. See, all the font awesome icons are coming. Okay, from your bootstrap css folder we have added the local, no, that's one. Fa space fa minus minus, no, no, fa minus minus circle. Okay, I think you need to close like this. Yeah, so now check, you got broken, cannot compile. Why? Module cannot resolve web fonts. Oh, okay, okay. This font awesome is looking for some web fonts. I think we don't have web fonts folder. Okay, I have that also. Font awesome looking for this web fonts folder because they are using that internally. Let me grab that in here. Bootstrap folder, keep it. Web fonts folder. Okay, this is extra. They are looking for. Okay, now happy. Refresh. Compile problem. Web fonts, FEA brands. I think it's not detected. Can we restart a server? npm start. Actually, we're supposed to connect the fonts in by the time we create a bootstrap. Okay, actually we missed the fonts configuration, so we are doing it now. This stops the real actual concept. Correct. So if you have done, next class onwards we'll get automatic. Yeah, I got it. Done. So it is looking for one extra folder called web fonts. In that they're using some font files. So I have it. I just kept it here. Don't worry, you just use this same bootstrap folder for every application. Okay, fine. Just forget about what we have done. So we got icon. Where is icon? Here. Okay, icon just like this. Let me give some margin right to some space. Yeah, space. And I want here plus some plus icon. So inside here, let me copy this. This is ML margin left, or else can we do one thing? Both are same classes, mx1, margin left as well as right, left as well as right. Yeah, this fa minus plus circle icon. Okay, so you have two icons. You can check now. Yeah, you have two icons. So now let's do where we find web font. This you can find in the official font awesome website. Okay, so once you download the font awesome zip file, you will get this. Okay, instead of loading all components in app.js based on user request, can we load appropriate component like appropriate? Lohit, you have gone to advanced level of concepts. We will go there. We'll go there. Wait. Okay. Lazy loading and all. We'll see in future. Okay. Forget. Yeah. Now what to do? Just click on this plus symbol to increase the quantity and minus symbol to decrease the quantity. So how to do is this data is coming from the state. So it means when you click on the plus symbol, you want to update the state. So click on the plus symbol, call on function, update the state. Okay. So go to here. There's a plus symbol. Let's make the click event. So for plus on click is equal to increase incr qty. Okay, increase quantity. I just want to make this keyword. Uh, Hello. Yeah, I understood. Uh, my internet got disconnected. Now disconnected. Yeah, it's connected. No issue. Yeah. So let's create increase quantity is equal to one function. Okay, I want to just increase the quantity. Where is the quantity? Is here. Um, I'll do something here. This dot here very important concept. Just see once. It's not just like regular state updates. Something important thing is there. See this dot set state. What you want to update? I want to update only quantity. Okay, let's say qty with the value what? This existing qty. This dot state dot product dot qty plus one. So when I click on this button, it just keep increasing the number, update the quantity. I hope we have done correct, but there is some issues there with this code. Let's see, let's find out what is that. Okay, some small bug is there here. We'll find out what it is. Now check, when I click on the plus symbol, it's not updating. Why not updating? Can you make some alerts? Okay, click it. I think it's refresh. Click on the button. Yeah, it's clicked. So it means function getting updated. Problem is QTY, but where is the QTY? Inside the product. So you must have to do. It's not direct variable, no. It is inside the product. So product inside QTY. Yes, no proper. Okay, this outside object indicates the state. This is the product. Yeah. Now check. You get some issue. Click on the plus symbol. It increase the quantity. But problem is you have lost everything except quantity. You lost everything. Sir, what is the problem? I tell you. Before I tell you, I just want to see the state data here. I just want to visualize the state data here. Let's do one thing in somewhere here.
कौन रखा था टेबल के नीचे
Data.
बाथरूम में से कोई लोग रखा होगा
Rohit Sharma, please comment. Please mute it. Rohit Sharma. Okay. Here, JSON. JSON dot stringify of what? This dot state. See this. Yeah, I have state. Product serial number is there, image is there, name is there, quantity is there, price is there. Correct. So this is our state, right? And when I click on the plus symbol, what happened? Everything is removed, only quantity is there. Okay. The problem with this here is the set state will completely replace your existing state with this one. It means previously product is having these many fields. Now what happened? It is replaced product with only quantity. It just uh, this all lost. All the properties has lost here. No sir, I want to keep hold of that properties also. You can do one destructuring concept, that is dot 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 this dot state dot product. This is extra. Okay, so what it does is it will replace the products state with product. and this is keep a copy of all the data. I mean, keep a copy of this all the properties here. This is the just ES6 spread operator. You can read about this in Google, or you can watch my tutorial of JavaScript tutorial. There I explain what is spread operator and examples. This will take a copy of all the properties. This will keep hold of them, and in that only quantity is getting updated like this. So this is very, very important. Okay, keep hold of existing data. So if you have done this, now check. So you have all the data and quantity is 2. Now if you click on the plus symbol, see it's become 3, and every remaining data is there as it is. So plus 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 is keep increasing the quantity, and also the total is getting updated because this into this is this. Okay, fine. So this is most important. Okay, and when you click on the minus symbol, I want to reduce the quantity. So what I do, for minus symbol, on click is equal to this dot decrease quantity, decrease qty. Okay, let's create this method somewhere here. Decrease quantity is equal to arrow function, yeah, here. So same like this, you need to take a copy of this. Only thing is you have to make minus. Okay, so quantity will reduce. Okay, when you click on the minus symbol, let's see this. Now check, you got default is 2, and I click on plus, is keep increasing, fine. And when you click on the minus, is keep decreasing. But the problem is, see 1, fine. If I click on minus again, it's gone to minus value. Okay, but I don't want to reduce to the minus value. I want to stop just at 1. Okay, if it is 2 1, it stop. Even though I click on, it's not go less than 1. Okay, if it is 0, it doesn't looks good. Okay, so 1 is the minimum value. Okay, so how to write that logic? You can write the logic here. You can write the ternary operator here. If minus 1 is greater than 0, okay, even though you reduce the 1, if it is greater than 0, then the value will be this dot stage dot product uh, dot qty minus 1. Otherwise default value will be 1, like this. So I just use the spread operator. If it is going, I mean, if minus 1 is more than 0, then reduce it. Otherwise, no, 1 minute. If minus 1 is greater than, okay, minus 1 is greater than 0, then minus it, otherwise 1 is the default. Okay, so now check, this will resolve the bug of getting minus value. So 2 is there. If I click on 1 working, if I still click on, see I'm clicking, but it's still not going beyond, I mean less than 1. Okay, so 1 2 3 4 working, and less than also working, it stops at 1. Okay, so this is the way you can make it. Okay, so this is how you have a stage, and you can modify the state like this. And if you want to keep hold of existing, because this concept which was not applicable for the previous example, because previous example we have only one property, obviously that property we replace with our own. But here what, multiple properties are there, so this is most important every time. Okay, to keep hold of existing properties data, this is called spread operator of ES6 concept of JavaScript. Okay, done with this, and then I don't want to display this data, not looks good. If you don't want, you can just comment that, just control shift slash comment that. Okay, any state you want to display, pre-tag json.stringify the object. Okay, I think we have seen this in yesterday's class. Yeah, like this. So this is one real-time example. Fine. Now we have discussed the events binding. Okay, now we have discussed the events binding. Now we will discuss forms binding. So how to handle two-way data binding with the forms with the React.js, we will see that. Okay, before I start with form binding, I don't want this setup. I want to create a new application. So let's take a backup of this, and then we will modify it. Okay, so I will take a backup. I mean everything except node modules. Up to here I'll copy. Go to my where is our no fundamental is not required. Yeah, here I create new. This is what your source code. Okay, so 06 hyphen react hyphen events hyphen binding. Okay, that's the event binding. Code is here. I'll share this. Okay, so code is there. Done. Next one, I want to create a forms binding. Don't worry, I'll modify here and then I'll give you. So we have taken a backup. So let me remove the components. Let me delete the configuration. Not required. This configuration also not required. And let's change this to React with forms binding. React with forms binding. Okay, looks good. Fine. So now let's start with forms binding. So how to make a two-way data binding between your HTML and JavaScript. Okay. So what is two-way means? Both will be in sync. For example, what is my plan is, for example, you have a text box. Okay. You have a text box, and in the text box, I'm going to type something. I'm going to type my name. Okay, so as soon as I type my name in the text box, I wanted to display the data here. So if I write one character, display the character. If I remove the character, I want to remove the character. So it means your form HTML and background, this is JavaScript, will sync. That's a two-way. Okay, so how this possible in JavaScript? Okay, forget React. In JavaScript, how it's possible? How it's possible in JavaScript is you will attach the what you will make on change events, and you get the value and you'll update here. Yes, of course, same way in React there is no automated way, you have to do the same way, but instead of a regular variable it is a state. Okay, so let's see how to make this two-way data binding possible with React.js with a state. So let's start that now. Okay, for example, I want to take one component for this example. So let's create one components. So src, I create new directory components. I create one something called change username. Okay, I want to be a class based component. So I have taken a backup of it, right? Structure, yeah, this is the structure. Oh, you want to write again and again, yeah, this is one, and I want this to be a change username, and this will be change username. This also will be change username. Fine. And let's attach this to app. Okay. So change username. Fine. Now I will get change username here. Okay. So we create a component and we have made default text here. Now what's my plan is I want to make a form with text box. I'm not writing a bootstrap as of now. I'm just writing only normal just HTML form. Okay, we'll understand the concept, and once we're done with the concept, we'll add with the bootstrap. Okay, so form in that just input type is equal to text. Okay, and some placeholder, just say uh, username. Okay, you got, yeah, you have a text box here. Fine. And can we give this fragments react dot fragments? Okay, fine. Now I have username text box. Fine. Now what's my plan is whatever I am typing, I want to display the data here. Okay, so how this is possible is you need to take one state variable for each field. For every field, one state variable is required. So for example, this dot state is equal to an object. Here I say username with the value empty. Okay, so state variable username which holds the value of this one. Okay, I have not made a connection, but I'm assuming that this holds the value of this text box. Okay, but I wanted to display here, right? Can we do one thing? Can we make some h2? I will display this dot state dot username. Okay, now see this dot state dot username. Nothing will display because nothing is there. I will make my name here. Okay, so state is having username with my name, and that same thing I'm reading from the stage and displaying here. So what happened? You will get the Naveen here. Okay, fine. Now what is my plan is when I am typing this, then I want to update this. Okay, so it means I need to make a connection between my text box with the state. It means when I change something in the text box, I want to update the state with the data what I have typed. Okay, so how this possible is you can write something called value. First, you need to the first step is you need to read the value from the state. Value will be this dot state dot username. Okay, so see here, this is the first step. You need to read the value. If you want to make it two-way, first you need to read the value from the state. So state is having username, I'm reading it. So if you're reading it, automatically name is display inside. Okay, for example, I say Rajan. If the state is having Rajan, automatically here also Rajan, here also Rajan, because the value is from the state Rajan and display also Rajan. Fine. Now second step is when I change when I'm typing something, it's not updating. See, I am typing something, it's not updating. Because why it is not updating, sir? It is reading from the state only, na? Why it is not able to update when I'm typing? It's not allowing to update. It's not allowing to remove also. See, I'm trying to hit the back button, not removing. I'm trying to type something, not allowing, because this value coming from the state. So state cannot be modified just like that. Okay, state can only be modified with the set state function, because you, I think you get the, I think warning also here in the console. Yeah, you got nice error. See, field property type, you provided value property from the form field without on change. See, you're not made on change on that. It will render read only field. Okay, so what this is saying is, dude, you can't change the state just like that. You have to change in a different way. How is when on change happens, when the change happens on this field, you have to call a function called update. Let's make this keyword this dot update username. Update username function. Let me copy this, create here update username is equal to one arrow function in this. So when I say on change of this one, you will receive automatic one event as a parameter. Yeah, of course you're not provide anything as a parameter, but when I call a function with this event, so automatically by default, this is regular JavaScript thing only. When I call an event, that event will come as a parameter here. So using that event, I can access the value of it. How? For example, I can just make console.log of, let's see, what is that event comes, console.log of event. Let's see what is that event is coming when I do some changes in the text box. Now check, let me open a console window. Okay, see here, for this one I have attached an event. What is the event? On change event. So when I hit one character, I got some event. So synthetic event, this inside we have input event. So change event. Okay, so type is change event. Inside if you expand, you get something called target. Target, if you, I think something is there. So target is input. Target is input. Okay, so you can do event dot target. Let's see what is the target. Target is event is a sense on change event. Dot target is a sense this element. So on which element you have applied the event is the target. Event dot target indicates this input tag. If you want to know that, let's type one character. See, you get the input element. Okay, so event dot target is a sense the whole element which you have applied the event. Fine. And I don't want the element, I want its value. How to get the value is, as soon as you get the elements, you can just say dot value. Okay, so event dot target dot value. So this value indicates the value of this input field because we apply the event on this input field only. So events dot targets dot value, this value of this. So you want to know that, just check. If I enter one character, see value is whatever I'm typing, it's getting the value, but that value is not updating here. So how you update is simple. You can do this dot set stage as an object in this username with events dot target dot value. That's it. This is how you will make two-way binding. I'll explain one more time. Username value will be using event only, will get the value event dot target dot value. That's the value of your username field. So now check, when I go back here, I delete this. Yes, it's deleting. I'm typing my name. It's working. Okay, this is two-way data binding in React. So let me explain. I know I've gone through too many details. I tell you why. Yeah, simple man. If you want to make two-way data binding between your form and your JavaScript state, what you have to do is first create a state with one variable. Okay, and this variable read the value. Okay, this value what you have typed, that value must be coming from the state. Okay, and whenever I'm changing it, I want to update the state because this is the state data, right? When I'm changing it, I want to update the state. So second step is, first step you need to read the value from the state. Second step is, when a change happens, you create a function, and in that function you update the state with updated value. So both will be in sync now. Here you're reading from the state, and here you're updating the state. So now both are in sync. That's how it works. Okay, so this is even form handling two-way binding. But I don't want this just like static HTML. I want to make it a bootstrap. So let's do a same example now with the bootstrap. Okay, you understand now. I'm just write the same thing one more time. But first of all, I will take the state username is empty because I want the field to be empty, the form to be empty. Right. Here I'll take like this one container row. Wait, let me finish and then you ask me the question. Container row, call MD, some 6. Okay. In that one card header. Okay. And card body. In the card body, I will take one. Sorry, not card body, not inside the header. No. Card body. Yep. Card header, I'll write like BG success text to white. Okay, let me write some heading. H4 change username. Okay, so you get change username. Let's make some margin top here. Margin top 3. Same form only, but I'm just making a bootstrap setup. Okay, so in the card body, let's write a bootstrap form. How to write bootstrap form is, let's write a form tag, one division with the class call form group. This one input type is text with the class form control. Let's make some placeholder username. Okay, and I want to display the state data. Let's make some p.h3. State data is this dot state dot username. Okay, so we made a setup. We have a text box and we are also displaying the data below the text box, but we don't have data as of now inside the username, so nothing has come below. Okay, so now the plan is how to apply data binding. Simple. Keep a state variable. Now first you need to read the variable as a value and update the state. So how to read is like this. So two steps. First, value will be what? My this dot state dot username. Okay. So what this will do is it is just reading the state data and add to the value property of this one. Okay. You can't see this example because you can't see this because it is empty. If you want to see that, suppose my state is uh, something some bin. Okay. If I write something, you will access the data here and here because value also reading from the state and this also reading from the state. So what is the state is there? It is reading. Fine, reading way okay. But I want one more. I want to update also. For update, what you do? You have to make on change is equal to, let's call some function this dot update username is dot update username. You can make any function name like this username. So copy this here. Update username will be like this. So whenever you call any function with some events, this will take optional one parameter called event itself. Okay, so how to update the state is, we know how to update the state. This dot set state, I need to provide an object. Okay, in this what variable you want to update? Username. I want to update with my value. How to get the value is your event dot target dot value. That's it. So this way you will update the state. So now what I'm doing, a reverse way. It means when I change happens in my text box, I am updating the state and the same state I'm reading also here and here. So both will work now. Check now. So default value ben is there. If you don't want to display anything, keep the state is empty. Mostly 99% will make state is empty because we don't want to see anything here. Yeah. So now both are in binding. So if I type whatever, whatever, this will display. Right. So that's a two-way data binding in React. Okay. Angular is automated using ng model, but React is manual process like this. Okay. Fine. So this how you do. Okay. Fine. Enough for this today's class. And tomorrow will. Don't worry. First time when you see this type of example, it seems like too much, complex. But don't worry. Try to understand what happening here. Simply reading the stage, updating the state. Even you have 1,000 fields in the React.js form. Also, you have to do the two steps value update. Sir, one question here. Sir, only one field is there. You made one function. Sir, 1,000 fields are there. Shall we write 1,000 functions? Uh, Obviously not required. You have a general function. I tell you how to create a general function to update all 1,000 fields. Okay, that best approach I tell you. But process will be like this: read the value, update the value, and wherever you want to display, you can display like this. Okay, two steps you have to do manually like this. Okay, and just think about it. And so tomorrow let's elaborate more examples on form handling. Okay, so we have some good examples, some good real-time examples also there, and we have some form submission also we'll do tomorrow. Okay, so let's make some registration form and submit and some good examples also there. We'll see that in the next class. Okay, if you have any question you can ask me now. People are chatting. Can we update the state in on change directly? Yes, we can do. We can. Sheshagiri, we can do it. I tell you that tomorrow. We can update directly in the state itself. Uh, what is the use of data binding? Data binding user. I tell you tomorrow. Data binding uses if you generally how you get, suppose you have a form man. I think Rohit Sharma. Yeah, Rohit Sharma, you have a form here, right? I type something. I fill out all my details in the form. Okay. As soon as this is just for our display purpose. Okay, this part will not be there for any form. Just to make sure data binding happening or not, we have displayed this. In regular form, this will not be there. Okay, you just blindly uh, type it. Okay, it is binding in the background. Once you have type it, you will submit. So once you submit the form, this form data sent to server, right? But where you catch hold of the data, can you make in regular JavaScript how you catch hold of data is in this function. I will do like document dot get element by id dot value, document dot get element by id dot value, like that. I will do it. But in React.js, what we do is we keep everything with this state. So what we do in this function, when you submit, this state is already binded. This data will send to server. So to send data to some other component or to server, we need to bind it first. Binding is a sense your HTML, whatever you're doing the manipulation, that must be stored with some variable, right? Otherwise, without variable, then it will be just lost. No, this data will lost without binding. So you need to keep hold of this value with some object, and that object will send to the next level. Okay, that's the React.js process. Okay, in JavaScript, how you do is document dot get element by id dot value, but here it is like this. We will call a concept called state here. Okay, so you will understand that in future classes. And can you please share PDF tutorial? Yes, I'll share. How to form validation React? Will do. Lohit, please. I think you're asked. Rohit, I think you know about little bit React. Wait, we just started the form binding. Now form validation comes in future. Wait, just see the documentation. Okay, just see the content. I'm just following the content. Okay, please. Please share the PDF tutorial. Yes, I'll share that PDF notes to today's email. Yesterday I told my problem bootstrap is not working. Yeah, Sandeep, you can share your screen. I'll see what is the use of ref. Ref is to refer the document. I mean, to refer any HTML element inside the DOM. We'll see that in the next class. Okay, so we have not completely finished with this. We'll do that in the next class. Okay. So what is my plan? Yeah, Sandeep, you can share your screen now. One more thing for everyone who is there in the meeting now. My class is finished. Okay, I mean the today's meeting is finished. If you want, you can leave. Okay, and there is one student called Sandeep. He want to share his screen because he got some issue in the last class example. So I want to sort out that problem. If you wish, you can stay in the meeting, but I'm saying the meeting is over. If you want, you can leave it. Okay, you can exit the meeting. Okay. Okay, so let me stop my screen share. Sandeep, you can share.
Hey Naveen,
Yeah.
in the last React batch,
Hmm.
the e-commerce application which you have developed, and
Huh.
I think it's live too. So, have you tried the backend in a Spring Boot?
Spring Boot. No, yeah, I never tried. I didn't
Okay.
try. Let me try. Sandeep,
So
you are. Uh, uh, uh,
actually, I was looking for how to integrate the payment gateway with a Spring Boot.
Spring Boot. Okay, okay. I'll just find some good link and I'll share with you. Okay. We'll discuss that
Okay.
offline. We'll discuss that offline. Sandeep, you are share. What you are sharing,
Yes,
man? You are sharing with photo.
sir. Yeah,
I,
sir.
I can't test like this, please. Because no. How
Uh,
can I test, man? You share your screen, give me access, I'll see the code. If you're
okay,
taking
okay.
you're taking a video of
Yes.
this laptop and not possible, man. Okay, fine. So enough for today's class. We'll meet tomorrow. Okay, thank you.